Hey guys, welcome back to the Parkerverse. This week, joining our My Hero Academia collection of homescreen setups is yet another take on our protagonist Deku. And this one might just be my new favorite of them all. With a request score of over 9,000, here is Midoriya. This is going to be another one in my series on how to customize your home screen like a pro. A series where I show you how you can easily and quickly get these stunning minimalistic setups on your Android phones. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out the previous episodes. And following that format, I'm going to show you how you can take a basic home screen setup and turn it into something like this. But before we get started, if you like this video and want to see more just like this, make sure you like and subscribe to help support the channel. And don't forget to submit your live wallpaper and home screen requests right from within the Epic Live Wallpaper app. Just head to the live section and then click on the request button. And remember to boost your favorite ones using both the heart and the booster buttons here. So here he is, standing tall, ready to answer the call of the city, Deku Vigilante. Now with this live wallpaper, I decided to spice up the original requested image with a little bit of chaos. And surprisingly enough, it really helped bring the city to life. And as for the home screen setup itself, for this I decided to go with a green and black look, matching the style of Midoriya's hair, with the widgets themselves highlighted by their additional white elements. And speaking of the widgets, at the top of the screen we have a bold banner style date, time and location indicator. And matching in the bottom left we have quick access music controls. Now as a base, you're going to need Nova Launcher, KWGT widgets, and to complete the look, I'll be using the Hex Installer for system-wide customization. The link for these and everything else that you're going to need are going to be in the description below. Now as a quick note, if you want that full screen edge to edge look for your home screen setup without those ugly signal bars, then make sure you disable the notification bar within Nova Launcher settings. And to get this comfy icon layout, make sure to head to Nova's home screen settings and change the grid size to 5 across and 11 down. And to really clean up your home screen, I highly recommend you turn off icon labels and decrease your icon size, as well as disabling your home screen dock. So now that we have that out the way, the icon pack that we're using in this setup to match the green and blacks of Deku's hair is the Lux Green pack. Just simply head to Nova's look and feel section and set the pack as your system icons. And before we go any further, make sure you grab this unique wallpaper from my very own custom creation app. Just simply head to the live video section and you'll find it there. And remember, if you have any wallpaper suggestions of your own, make sure to let me know from right within the app itself and boost the ones that you want to see next. Next up, these awesome KWGT widgets. But before we get into it, we need to make sure that we enable widget overlapping. You can find this at the bottom of Nova Launcher's home screen section. Just simply make sure to enable both of these options here. Now let's move on to our KWGT widgets. So starting at the top of our screens with this awesome date, time and location indicator, courtesy of the gradient pack, is widget 11. So let's start by loading in the KWGT layout to our home screen, and then we want to resize it so it looks something like this. Now here, to match my look, make sure to long press it and toggle the padding option. And because it is overlapping our home screen app icons, make sure to also select the option to send it to the back. Now here, within KWGT, the first thing we're going to do is make sure that anytime we want, we can jump right into the widget settings by simply tapping on it. For this, we want to scroll over to the touch tab option. And using the plus button in the top right of our screens, we want to add in a single click action, which we want to set to custom action, so it now opens up KWGT. So now that we have that out the way, let's adjust the overall widget size so it better fits our canvas. To do this, we're going to head to the Layer tab. Here, we want to select Scale by using the tick boxes and then hit the glow button in the top right of our screens. Now, as we change the scale, we can visually see the change on screen. For my screen size, 101.2 was perfect. Now, just don't forget to hit save before you leave. Next up is complementary music indicator and play and pause button, the base of which from the Miller's pack is the widget Music X Black. So let's start once more by loading in a KWGT layout to our home screen, and then we want to resize it so it looks something like this. And just like we did in the first widget, make sure to long press it and toggle the padding option. Now for this widget, we're going to make quite a few different alterations, starting with adjusting that black backdrop. For this, let's head into the first overlap group, and within the shape item itself, we want to start increasing its width setting, so it hangs off the edges of our canvas. Next, within the second overlap group item, we want to head to the touch tab. Now here, we want to change it from the default launch app option to custom action, just like we did in the first widget. So now anytime you tap on the X itself, it will open up the KWGT settings. Oh, and while we're here, using the layer tab, let's ever so slightly increase the size of the group as well. Now because the widget is quite small, it does look a bit cluttered. So let's simplify it a bit and remove those default next and previous buttons. These two should be the third and fourth overlap group items. Just simply select them using the tick boxes and then hit the delete button that appears in the top right of your screens. Now that we have a little bit more room, let's also increase the size of the text indicator as well as that play button, making sure to go with a size that you feel is right. And finally, it's time to add in that green border to the widget, matching it up with the rest of our home screen. For this, let's head back into the first overlap group item, and using the tick boxes, let's select our shape. Hit copy and then paste this outside of all of the group items. Now this new shape will be added to the bottom of our list. So now let's head into it, and under its paint tab, we want to first change up its style from fill to stroke, giving us that outline look, and then we want to apply this custom green color code. And here, make sure to also increase its stroke size to 5. Now, finishing things off, using its positioning tab, we want to play around with its X offset, moving the whole shape further to the left. And wrapping up this setup, we're using Hex Installer. This is going to give you a nice AMOLED friendly black backdrop with the colors of the theme splashed across the whole system, including the notification panel. Just use the color codes that I'm showing on screen. And alternatively, you can get a similar result using the app OneShade. If you like this video and want to see more just like this, make sure you like and subscribe to help support the channel. And if you have any theme suggestions or requests, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. See you next time on Into the Parkerverse.